Good morning to all. Today we are going to see about Coulomb's inverse square law of magnetism. Already we studied Coulomb's inverse square law of electrostatics. In the electrostatics we know same charges will be repel, opposite charge will be attractive. Opposite charge will be attractive. So here we are going to consider two bar magnets A and magnet B. Magnet B, north pole. You have the two poles, north and south. Here you have in the south and north. I am bringing the two poles. What? South pole of the magnet A and the south pole of the magnet B brought closer. It will be repel. It will be repel. Okay. In the same way, see, north pole. This north pole. North pole of the magnet A, north pole of the magnet B brought closer. It also will be repel. It also will be repel. Suppose the same bar magnet A and B, south pole, north pole. Okay. If I am keeping the south pole of the magnet A, north pole of the magnet B brought closer, it will be attractive. It will be attractive. Otherwise, north pole of the magnet A, south pole of the magnet B also brought together also, it will give the attraction force. It will give the attraction force. So, this is similar to the Coulomb's law of electrostatic charges. This is similar to the Coulomb's law for the static charges. Already we know. And also, it is analogous to the Coulomb's law in electrostatics. Analogous to the Coulomb's law in electrostatics. For the definition, I am taking each pole having the pole strength Qm. Pole strength Qm. This is magnet A, this is magnet B, north pole, south pole, and south pole, north pole. The distance between the two poles should be R, and the pole strength of the each one should be Qm. This is A magnet QMA, it's a B magnet QMB. Okay. So by the definition, what is the definition for the Coulomb's inverse square law? Already we know in the electrostatics. Similarly in the magnetism, F is, that means force of attraction or repulsion between the two poles. These two magnetic poles is directly proportional to the product of the pole strength. Product of the pole strength QMA and QMB, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Inversely proportional to the square of the between them. This is the definition for the Coulomb's inverse square law. So, force of attraction or repulsion between the two magnetic poles is directly proportional to product of the pole strength and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. So, mathematically I am writing F is proportional to QMA into QMB by R square. Okay, in the vector form we can write F vector proportional to QMA QMB divided by R squared into R cap. Into R cap. Okay, next remove the proportion by adding the constant K. So, K into QMA QMB by R squared into R cap. Into R cap. So, where K is a proportionality constant, which value depends upon the medium. The K will be depends upon the medium. Depends upon medium, where K is equal to value mu naught by 4 pi. It will be approximately equal to 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter. Henry per meter. Already we know mu is equal to mu naught into mu r, where mu r is the relative permeability for air medium. It should be 1. Where K is equal to mu naught by 4 pi, approximately this will be equal to 10 power minus 7 Henry per meter, where mu naught is the permeability of the free space. Absolute permeability of the free space. Okay. This is the vector form. In magnitude form, we can write F is equal to K QMA QMB by R square. QMB R square. This is a Coulomb inverse square law in magnetism. Coulomb inverse square law in magnetism. Next we are going to see about the magnetic field at a point along the axial line. Magnetic field at a point along the axial line due to magnetic dipole. Okay, here for we consider the bar magnet NS. Okay, the pole strength of the each one is QM. Distance between the two poles is 2L. Geometry center of the bar magnet is O. From the center to the each pole, the length is L. Okay, and this is a axial line. Our aim is to find the magnetic field along the axial line. So along the axial line, I am consider point C. So the magnetic field at a point C at a distance R from the geometrical center. From the geometrical center of the bar magnet can be calculated by keeping the unit north pole at the point C. Here I am keeping the unit north pole. Consider the unit north pole. Where pole strength QMC is equal to 1. Okay. So at the point C, due to the north pole and due to the south pole, what is the force? Okay. Next, I am going to find the force of attraction and repulsion between the point C and bar magnet. So first, this can be found by the Coulomb's law of magnetism. First, we are going to find the force of repulsion between the north pole of the bar magnet and unit north pole at the point C. So this force is Fn. So this force Fn will be outward. This is the direction of force Fn. Okay. So Fn can be written. Fn is equal to mu naught by 4 pi Qm by R minus L the whole squared into I cap. So this is along the positive x-axis. Okay, this is a positive x-axis. Is a positive y-axis. Plus I cap. This one minus I. This plus j. This minus j. So this will be along the positive x-axis. Fn is acting along the I plus I cap. Okay. So F factor is equal to mu naught by 4 pi Qm by R minus L the whole square into I cap. This is a repulsive force. Next, the force of attraction. This R minus L, how is it upon? We need of distance NC. We know that the total distance R. So from the R, I am subtracting the L. So R minus L is equal to NC. Okay. Next, attractive force. The force of attraction between the south pole of the bar magnet and unit north pole at the point C, we can write Fs. So Fs vector is equal to minus mu naught by 4 pi Qm by R plus L the whole square into I cap. Okay. It also along the axial line, it will be towards. So this is the direction of the Fs. Next, we need of total force. So total force acting at the point C, F is equal to sum of the Fn and Fs. From the definition, this total force is the magnetic field due to the magnetic dipole at the point C. This total force will be equal to magnetic field at the point B, at the point C. So F can be replaced by the B. So B vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into Qm by R minus L the whole square I cap plus minus Qm into mu naught by 4 pi R plus L the whole square into I cap. Okay. So direction of B vector at the point C due to the south pole, this is direction due to the north pole. This is the direction. Okay, it's a vector. This is the direction of the ds and pn due to the at the point C. So B vector is equal to sum of the force, attractive force and repulsive force. Next, take a common term, mu naught qm by 4 pi into here 1 by r minus L the whole square minus 1 by r plus L the whole square into I cap. Okay. Next, take LCM. So mu naught by qm by 4 pi by r square minus L square the whole square. Here r plus L the whole square minus r minus L the whole square. R minus L the whole square into I cap. B vector is equal to mu naught qm by 4 pi. Here we can write r squared plus L squared plus 2rl minus r squared minus L squared plus 2rl divided by r squared minus L squared the whole squared into I cap. So mu naught, it will be cancelled. Mu naught qm divided by 4 pi, we get a 4rl by r squared minus L squared the whole squared into I cap. So 4rl can be replaced as the 2 mu naught qm by 4 pi. Here 2r L divided by r square minus L square the whole square into I cap. We know that magnitude of the dipole moment is Pm vector is equal to simply Qm into 2L. So in the B we can write mu naught by 4 pi. So this Qm and 2L, this one L replace as the Pm. So this 2 mu naught, instead of this one I replace the Qm into R divided by R square minus L square the whole squared into I cap. Okay. Next, I am comparing the distance of poles OL and the distance R. Our distance R is very much greater than the L. So this L square term will be neglected. So we can write B vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2r Pm divided by r power 4. This one square again. So r power 4. R will be get cancel. Into I cap. So B vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 Pm by r cube. Okay. Where we know Pm vector is equal to Pm into I cap. Pm into I cap can be written as a Pm vector. B vector is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 Pm vector divided by r cube. This is a magnetic field at a point along the axial line due to the magnetic dipole. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 Pm by r cube. That's all.